Hello and welcome back. This is Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm in the middle of a series where I showed a haul I got from Hobby Lobby, and I got these decoupage stickers that were $1.24. I thought they were absolutely adorable. And my thing about this is I don't want to just pick up because stuff's cheap. I need to use it up and get it out of here. So I have decided to use up this paper that I've also had in my stash. This is a Simple Stories, and I don't even know how I got all of these. I'll get back to the sketch in a minute. I don't even know how I got all these. I explained in my haul video, that they were from Simple Stories. I go through the different, collections that they were from. I have no idea. I just know that I want them to go. So I found that I have some really old Stampin' Up! Paper from, I don't even know what year. This is probably closer to like the early 2004, 2005 maybe. But this More Mustard I felt like was a good fit for this color here that they call mustard. I have this green that was from, I think, a couple different collections. But I really felt like it was a good fit for the old Stampin' Up! Color of Wild Wasabi. I do believe this is another one that's been discontinued. It's not an exact match, but you know what? As a layer, I think it'll be fine. And then the third one I had in my stash was this one. And they're calling this one... Ooh, I don't even know what the color name was. No idea. I have probably the least amount of paper from this. And again, another really old one called Really Rust. So I'm going to use these three up. So I've picked my papers. I've picked my cardstock. I picked that I'm going to use these stamps. And I have several of these Sheetload of card sketches from Call Me Crafty Al that I try to keep up with every month. I did, because of the holidays, get behind. So I'm starting to try and catch up. I think the last one I did was October of 22. This was one that was released in March of 23. You can go to her YouTube channel. She will tell you how you can get this download. But I thought this sketch was a good one because it's only got the 2 papers. Some of the other ones had 3, and I felt that it was just like with these 3 patterns, just way too busy. So I think 2 will be good enough to do like a mix and match with here. And I like the fact that I can have a sentiment, and these are just going to be like a complementary piece to go with it. I feel like they're not that big that they can be like the entire center of the card. So I'm going to, as I've explained in prior videos, go through her cutting instructions, or recipe as I've termed it to be. I'm going to go through, get this done. When I'm done with this, it looks like I will have some scrap left, which I don't care for, but we'll see. Maybe I can find a way to use that up because I do have these farm-themed ones. And, I was going to try and use another sketch for them, but I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to use them up in using up the scrap from this. We'll see. But it says I will be getting 8 cards. And as I explained, there's really only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 usable ones per card thing here, because these ones are just complimentary to go with it. So I've got 6 times, I have 18. Really, I'm not going to have enough to do 3 full sheets anyway. Some of my pages are cut already to some funky size. I have no idea if I was trying to use it for something else. So I think I'll try and do, actually they're calling for 6x6 papers. So, wow. Okay, so I will not need really that much paper for these. I'm just realizing that it's not really going to be that much paper. So, yeah, I'm going to use these up and blow them out, get rid of a couple, it's not going to be as much paper as I hoped, but, again, these ones have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. you know, on these. So maybe I can blend these in some way too. So we'll see. I'll be back with my concept card and finished products in a few minutes. It's Kristen and I'm back. So I wound up getting 36 cards using this March 2023 Sheetload of cards, and I showed you this sketch before, and here's how my stuff came out. I was able to use up both entire packs of the pigs and the farm themed stuff, so I blew out all of those, I think it was like 5 sticker sheets. And I told you that some of them were going to use the additional pieces. So I thought like this one was cute because pig kind of had its nose up in the air. So I put the flowers there like he was sniffing the flowers. I did use some of the soft suede and a dauber, and I did age the edges of everything. I also used the same wood block from Stampin' Up! 2005 to do the happy birthday that I did in the second part using the sharks. And I just was trying to keep it simple. I was going to get something else, and I was like, you know what? It fit the card, and I said, just leave it that way. So anyway, this was the 3 color combinations. I wound up using three sheets of 12 by 12, and I did cut them a little bit more different because I wasn't stuck with, this was for a 6 by 6. So I didn't start with a 6 by 6 sheet. I was able to, like there's the 2 by 2s, so I was able to cut like all of my 2 by 2s first. Then if I had anything left after, no, I don't think I had too much left because I think, yeah, I had 2 strips and I was able to get 12 in 2 strips. And then the next strip I cut in 2 inches, and so I cut them 2 inches wide, and then I just started cutting the 1.5, and I would get to the end of that and I would have a section left, and I was able to get like 1 2-inch out of it. So truthfully, I have next to me what is my scraps, and I'm telling you there's so little of it. I had kept the ends because I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll cut this and put this inside, and yeah, that's not happening. It's a good idea that I could, you know, glue that inside, but after I like did 36, I'm kind of done. I did have a thin strip because that I used up that one that was already cut in half or something. But yeah, I was able to get like, you know, here's the end of one. There was that funky one that was already cut. But you can see like for these ones, this was all I had left of the 3 sheets. So that's all just going right in the trash. So I'm gonna throw that in the trash now. You know, maybe I could use it for something, who knows, but I did have to cut a few more things of white because I needed the 5-inch by 3/4 of an inch. So she does say you need an extra strip, and I did find that you know, I did have some strips left that I could use from cutting the base behind here, but I did have to get additional white papers, and I have some of these little ones left, and I'll use these for some kind of a sentiment down the road. These ones are probably going right, these are going right in the trash, and just one section of this left. So overall, I really don't feel like this gave me many because of how I used 12 by 12 and because of the volume I was doing. I really didn't have much in the way of scraps. I feel like if you were to do this with paper that started off as 6 by 6, you probably would have had more scraps than I do. And like I said, I just mixed and matched. I went with using chevron down at the bottom because that was the first I would cut, would be the 5-inch by, what was that? It was a 1-inch strip. So I cut the 1-inch first. So out of the papers. So that way I knew I had my chevron going in the correct direction. These ones here with the polka dots, some of them were going in the correct direction, but some of them were not because of how you had to cut the papers. So in that regard, it was easier for me to keep these going in the proper direction. Do those first and be done with it. So here's the 3 with that more farm. Here's the 3 with the pigs. I like them both just as equally as well. Some of them, like I said, I had extras of the little, whatchamacallit, the flowers. I stuck them in. I had some that were like baskets of flowers, and I stuck them next to some of the pigs that just didn't have one. I did add a twine bow, and I used this up. This was actually from Michael's. It's called Bee Landing. It was some kind of bead cording I bought back in the day, and I've been slowly using up the different widths that they had. So now I'm down to this one, like, more coarse one, and we'll see. I'll find something I'm sure I can use that up in. I am finding I'm running out of the, like, the fine thread kind of one, and I do need to find, I used to get that through Stamping Up. And I did watch a video recently, and somebody was talking about buying it in a much larger bulk off of Etsy, and I wish I could remember who it was I saw the recommendation from, and I wish I had stuck it in my cart then, and I didn't, so I'm going to have to do a little more research. But anyway, honestly, the color of the cardstock really didn't make a difference because of how I mixed and matched. They really did not. Like, the green in here, I don't have the green in the papers. So it didn't make a difference as I thought when I was first choosing those papers. So there's that. Like I said, I got 36 cards total out of 3 sheets. I think that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good ratio. I mean, I can't beat it. And like I said, the decoupage sheets were very cheap. I think I got 1 pack for $1.24, and so if you do that, I paid like $6.25 or something for these, and they went fast. I really can't complain. So anyway, I hope you get some inspiration. Like I said, if you did get some stuff in the hauls, hopefully this gives you some ideas as to just pull it out, get it, and use it. Make some stuff with it. These would be great for, you could do thank yous, you could do just hellos. There's a lot of, different themes with the farm and the pigs. I mean, God, I could just see the, get well soon with these. Almost any kind of theme I think you could do other than maybe sympathy. So I hope you get some inspiration. Would appreciate some thumbs up, and it would really help my channel if you could subscribe down below. I'm trying to get to that mark so that I can start getting monetized and then get a broader reach. And I would, really hope to share the message. My message is to use up what's in your stash, get the most out of it for what you can, and just find some inspiration to use some of these things that maybe you've had and you're just, not quite sure where to get started with. I would love to hopefully inspire you to try and get started with some of this stuff. Any comments or questions you have below, please feel free to leave them down below. I will try and get to them as soon as I can. Appreciate your time, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.